Hello, it's Stuart from sunshinedesign.com.au. Okay, so today I'm going to just run through some of the layers created to make this 50 Shades of Stu poster I'm working on for my 50th birthday. So we're going to sort of base it on 50 Shades of Grey. The guy, I found this really good image of this guy taking off a mask because the party's going to be like a masquerade party. A bit adults only. Gold and black theme. So I've got my wife to shoot my face in similar lighting. It's very important if you're going to do Photoshop work to have, if you're going to merge two images together, you've got to have similar lighting and a similar angle as close as possible to work with. If not, it's always going to look a little bit tacked on. I think I've done a pretty good job with this job, making it look like it actually is me taking off the mask. So I've used a Chewbacca mask that my son's got just to sort of mimic the pose, so my wife could get it as close as possible. So yeah, I've just shrunk it down using an opacity, and just sort of closely matching the angle and the size of the face. So just showing that it's very close there now. But you can see that the hue and then the smoothness of the face and the vibrance is a little bit different. So it still looks a little bit odd at the moment. So I'm using this another layer here just to enhance the blacks and whites. And that's set to an opacity of 37. And I'm using a luminosity layer just to enhance. You can see I'm enhancing the darks and lights and bringing out some of the colours, some of the tones there. So I'll turn that layer back on. And that's looking pretty close now. What you're not seeing here from these layers, I have sort of like messed around with the hues and saturation and all that sort of stuff just to try and closely match the skin tones. And also wanted to enhance the eyes, so I've added a little bit of a layer there just to enhance the blue in the eyes, because this image is quite a high intensity image, the original. And you can see the original guy has got quite enhanced eyes. I also had to see, yeah, as you can see, I've had to remove some of the background from the original image, just so that because my silhouette is not exactly the same as his, so we've just added a little bit of brick behind my face, just so there's none of his face creeping in from the back. So we've used the stamp tool there. And I don't generally do text in Photoshop, but just for the purpose of trying to find out, how this is going to work in a poster, I've just added a temporary layer of text there to show what I'm going to do with it. And in a sec, I'll bring in the final design so you can see where this is heading, and do a comparison from the original to the final image. Yeah, so that's the final design. I've done the text in Illustrator, so I've brought the image into Illustrator and done the text in Illustrator, and then just added a warp effect to sort of make it fit into that space nicely and give it a bit of flow. And I'm just going to go back to the original image so you can see where we started. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with that. And there you go. That's a Photoshop job on a nice stock image, and I think the trick here, the moral of the story here is to try and get the lighting and the angle of the face as close as possible to the one that you're going to merge into.